Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me? All right, good. Thank you for being at our State of the City address tonight. It is an honor to stand here before you and get ready to hear about all the wonderful things happening in Oak Park tonight. As you may have noticed, you have pom-poms on your chairs. So I encourage everyone to, yes, wave them around when you hear something good and exciting. We're talking about a lot of fun things tonight, so we want to get the crowd involved. But before we do that, I would like to introduce two Oak Park High School seniors who are going to be singing our national anthem a cappella. And so I would now like to ask Jada Covington and Mariama to come up and sing our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, ladies. We appreciate it. Both of them, as I mentioned, are seniors and will be attending college in the fall, one at Wayne State and one at Schoolcraft. So let's wish them well in their summer and hope they go off to college. Thank you. Next off, before we get into the depths of the program, we have a video we would like you all to see. As you may have noticed, tonight's theme is Elevate Oak Park, which is something we've been talking about for several months now if you've been following what we're interested in doing to improve your parks and recreation opportunities here in Oak Park. So we would like to kick tonight off with an Elevate Oak Park video.
It's time to elevate Oak Park.
The Oak Park community is strong, diverse, and deserving of nothing but the best. And while we stand by our motto that we are a community of excellence, we are also continually working to improve programs and services to raise that bar of excellence. If you remember, last year at this time, we were hosting citizen engagement sessions to learn what recreation items were of the highest importance to you, our residents. What we heard was that you want fitness, wellness, and cultural programming, an indoor swimming pool, trails and greenways, an indoor track, natural parks and preserves, restrooms, a farmer's market pavilion, and even special event spaces, an indoor gym, and a community center. You spoke and we listened. Fast forward to now, and the city is on its way to providing our residents the parks and recreation opportunities they want and they deserve. Soon, our beloved David Shepherd Park will see some upgrades, including new restrooms and pavilions, thanks to a newly formed partnership with Oakland County. This investment, which is currently estimated to be more than $2 million, will allow us to take our recreation opportunities to new heights while still maintaining the history and integrity of David Shepherd Park. Grant funding and outside investments will play a key role in elevating Oak Park, and we have already begun work to secure such funds for additional parks and recreation projects. For example, the open grass space between City Hall and the library will be transformed into an event hub in the coming years. This will be made possible through multiple streams of funding. The event hub, which I believe will be an ultimate game changer for our city, will include an outdoor amphitheater and a 4-season event hub that will house our farmers market and a commercial kitchen, and it will play host to small-scale community events. There are also plans to include a memorial garden, walking paths, and open space. This space will bring the Oak Park community together to socialize, shop local, and even learn valuable skills. The development of the event hub will also allow for additional cultural and fitness programs to take place in our city. So far, the city has secured $750,000 in grant funding for the event hub through Oakland County, and we are working towards securing additional grants. We will also be fundraising for the event hub, which is estimated to cost about $8 million. And come November, Oak Park residents will see 2 millage requests on the ballot, which, if passed, will allow the city to bring our residents the parks and recreation opportunities they have been asking for, including park improvements, a new recreation center, and of course, the event hub amenities. We are striving to reach new heights here in Oak Park, and we know we can do so by giving our residents the parks and recreation opportunities they deserve. Bringing these desired amenities to life will take time, work, and funding. We are ready to meet the challenge and hope you are too. To make our dreams a reality, we must rise together.
Let's elevate.
Let's elevate.
Let's elevate.
Let's elevate.
Let's elevate.
Let's elevate Oak Park and rise together.
Let's rise together.
Let's rise together.
Let's elevate Oak Park.
Okay, so thank you, Courtney, and thank you to our entire administrative team for making this such a special evening. We do things pretty well in Oak Park, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Let me say that again. So we do things pretty well here in Oak Park, wouldn't you agree? It is such a pleasure to be with you tonight. And what did you think of the video? Pretty good?
That's great.
Some great stuff in there. Are you ready to rise and take the city to the next level? Right? I know I'm ready and prepared to elevate Oak Park, but as I said in the video, we need to come together in order for our dreams to become a reality. So before I start talking about our future, Oak Park, I'd like to introduce key individuals in our city's success. And the Oak Park City Council, to my left, also known as my bosses, diligently work to put policies in place that support a higher quality of life for those they have been elected to serve. And now I would like to introduce these members of City Council, starting with Mayor Marian McClellan. Mayor, you and I have been doing this for quite some time together now, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for both of us. Mayor Pro Tem Julie Edgar. Councilmember Sean Whitehead is here. And Councilmember Carolyn Burns and Solomon Radner have all served as exemplary leaders for our city and are dedicated to elevating Oak Park. Councilmember Burns and Radner cannot be here tonight due to circumstances beyond their control. So if two of you in the crowd could wave your pom-poms when I speak about our successes for them, that would be great. Each of them individually and collectively have the ability to navigate complex policy decisions and support our innovative plans. Our City Council is at the basis of our culture of excellence here in Oak Park. Let's give them a round of applause. I also share the same sentiments for the hard work and dedication the 250 men and women who work here every day exhibit. They are led by our outstanding team of directors who ensure our residents receive the highest quality services that they deserve. Directors, thank you. And let me take a moment to introduce each of them. Starting with our very own Deputy City Manager of Community Services, Crystal Van Vleck, if you could wave. There you go, it's Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Our Director of Human Resources, Carla Allen, is here. Hi, Carla. Our Director of Municipal Services, Kim Maroney. And our outgoing Director of Municipal Services, Rob Barrett, is here. Rob, thank you for your service, sir. Our City Engineer, Kara Grissomer, is here. Our library director, Kimberly Shop, is here. Hi, Kimberly. And we're in the House of Recreation here at the Community Center. Our recreation director, Lori Stasiak, is here. City Clerk Ed Norris, there he is. Oak Park's own, our Deputy City Clerk and Director of Elections, Jolynn Williams, is here. And to this side of the room, our DPW Director, David DeCoster, is here. Hi, Dave. Our Director of Facilities and our Deputy Director of DPW, Scott Lamarve, is here. Hi, Scott. Our IT Director, Ricardo Singson. Hi, Ricardo. And there's our Director of Public Safety, Steve Cooper, hiding over there. There he is. Our Finance Director, Sandra Crawford, is here. Hi, Sandra. By the way, our Deputy Director of Finance, Josh Johnson, is here too. Hi, Josh. And then I just wanted to introduce our Director of Communications, Courtney Flynn, whom you met just a moment ago. Courtney, thank you for all that you do. You and your staff, Benny, Ben, thank you so much. And I'd also like to take this opportunity, even though he's not here, to acknowledge Deputy Director of Public Safety, Mike Pinkerton. Deputy Director Pinkerton is retiring from the Oak Park Public Safety Department this month, and his absence will certainly be felt. His years of service will never be forgotten. We're going to honor him at Monday night City Council meeting. As we gather tonight for the state of the city, I want us all to take a moment to look around and take in not only who is here tonight, but why we are here tonight. The State of the City Address is a time to provide updates on major projects and preview what is ahead. It is also a time for Oak Park officials, staff, volunteers, and residents to share in the successes of the city. For me, sharing in the successes of our city together as a community is the highlight of every State of the City Address. Oak Park exudes excellence for a variety of reasons, many of which will be highlighted tonight. In my mind, the top reason is that in Oak Park we come together as a community to support each other and support the greater good. In Oak Park, we rise together. So by now you've heard me, all of you have probably heard me say that in our city we have a culture of excellence. I stand by this and I want to let you know why. This coming Monday, City Council is set to adopt the 2023-24 budget, and this will be my 11th budget with the City of Oak Park. And dare I say, it is the best yet. However, thank you, council member. I think that means we might have a yes vote going on here. However, I will let you and council decide on Monday night. But I will say, fiscal stability continues to be a key theme. For the upcoming fiscal year, we will have a fund balance that is equivalent to 18% of our expenditure budget, meaning that we are meeting the highest national standards. An even better barometer of our progress is that our taxable value, which makes up more than 64% of our total revenue, has increased from its low point in 2012 when I arrived of $432 million to today now $649 million. And I will tell you that gain leads Oakland County definitely leads Oakland County in the most improved category. Our finances are stable and our tax base is stronger. This allows us to continue to provide our residents with the highest quality of life amenities. Such amenities to expect in the coming year include some of my favorites: new planters and waste receptacles in our corridor improvement areas. How about it? Lighting on our water tower. And I'm wondering, how many of you think we should turn our water tower into a disco ball? We also just completed the fencing project along Greenfield in the western portion of 9 Mile Road, if you've seen it. And if you know me, you know I love beautification projects, and the fencing projects have been a true labor of love. Who knew tracking down a reliable fence company would be one of the hardest projects we've ever encountered? But we're almost there and it looks great. Also along 9 Mile, near the linear park, we will soon have protected bike lanes and improved pavement for all who ride along there. There will be improvements to the design and layout of the library, thanks to the library board and Kimberly Schaff, which allow for ease and access of resources and more comfort for patrons to the library. The focus of these improvements will be on youth literacy, families, and of course, digital literacy. Some of the less sexy projects, water main replacements, will continue, with Oak Park Boulevard and Lincoln scheduled for the upcoming fiscal year, and replacements for North End, Park Lawn, and Clover Lawn scheduled for this summer. I want to note that the water main replacements are different than lead line replacements, which we successfully completed a few years ago at no additional cost to our taxpayers. And I have to say this again, but let's not forget, Oak Park was one of the first cities in Michigan, if not the first, to successfully replace all of our lead lines far before the state mandate kicked in. On our own dime. I know we've got some state representatives in the room here, so the mayor will speak more to our exciting economic development projects, but for fiscal year 23-24, the city of Oak Park will bring in about $1 million more in tax revenue than we have in past years. This news is incredible and a true testament to the business-friendly culture we have created in our city. We also have a culture of safety in Oak Park. And this is in large part because of the excellent public safety officers we have, some of whom are here tonight. Thank you for being here. They are faced, as you know, with daily challenges, and each and every time they rise to the occasion to create a safe place to live and play for Oak Parkers. Just last month, the department took another step toward enhanced safety and transparency by deploying our body-worn cameras. And I think some of you are probably wearing them right now. This equipment, which is now part of our community policing approach, was able to be purchased because of federal funding that was earmarked by former Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence. We are extremely grateful for the support she showed at Oak Park during her tenure here. Thank you, Congresswoman Lawrence. Now, in the coming months, we will also be receiving our new fire truck, which is also great news. It's been a long time coming, right, Director Cooper?
Yes, sir.
Our public safety team will now be able to respond to fires even more effectively. We as a city are able to provide our residents such quality amenities, not only because of our dedication to fiscal responsibility, but also because of the hard work and determination of our employees. Each one of our staff members here in Oak Park is committed to serving the public and elevating Oak Park. How do we do this? We answer your calls. We welcome public comment at council meetings. We see your posts on social media. We even create a position specifically geared towards listening to our residents and have fully embraced the GovQA system so you can digitally report your concerns, comments, and questions directly to us. We also believe in the power of town halls, surveys, and what I love the most, good old face-to-face contact. These are the strategies we deployed during the Elevate Oak Park planning process to best ensure we heard what you want our parks and recreation amenities to be. This included 20 public meetings, about 400 survey responses. We collaborated with the school, all three of our school districts, Berkeley, Ferndale, Oak Park, Yeshiva schools, and with Oakland County. Well, you spoke and we listened. And now we are looking to put the Elevate Oak Park plan into action. So, as you heard in the video, some of the most immediate results you will see are new bathrooms in David Shepherd Park. Yes, this summer we will be adding restrooms next to Shelter 2. Yay! And in the coming summers, you will also see new pavilions and play equipment in David Shepherd Park, thanks to our long-term partnership we have developed with Oakland County Parks and Recreation. This partnership will allow the county to invest in this beloved park while its history is maintained. So currently, the county's investment in the David Shepherd Park is estimated to be about $2 million. But I am certain, and we're working hard on this, that more good news will be forthcoming. Another thing I am certain about in regards to David Shepherd Park is that the train will remain. Say it again, the train will remain. Say it with me. The train will remain. Love that, that rhymes, that's really good. The train's not going anywhere. Now, I know there's been some talk in the community alluding otherwise, but I promise you, we have worked directly with Oakland County Parks and Recreation to ensure, and our city council, to ensure the park remains on city property, in city care, and intact for our community. In order to make your parks and recreation dreams a reality, the city needs to deploy a multi-pronged funding approach. These things don't come easy and they're not free. We have the investment from Oakland County for David Shepherd Park, but in order to improve our parks and recreation opportunities, we will need much more. So, as you heard in the video, come November, our residents will see an approximately $2 million Headley override request on the ballot, which if passed would support capital improvements for recreation and general operating for recreation. This millage, along with the additional outside funds we are seeking, would make the event hub that you heard about in the video a reality, sooner than you might think. Also in November, you will see an additional millage on the ballot, which will ask our voters to approve up to 4 mills to pay for debt service, to pay for capital improvements for a whole bunch of things. And what are those, you might ask? Well, new community center you've been asking for, with an indoor track, an indoor pool, and additional space for programming, and much more. The funds from that millage would also support improvements in other parks in our city. And I know this may seem like a lot, but remember, we are striving to reach new heights here in Oak Park. And we know we can do so by giving our residents the parks and recreation opportunities they deserve. We think this is the next frontier for us. Bringing these desired amenities to life will take time, work, and funding. The Elevate Oak Park plan is a dream yet to come true. So we are striving to reach new heights here in Oak Park, well beyond our tallest trees, and our work is certainly cut out for us. And in order to make these things a reality, we must rise together. That's the theme for our night, rising together. As your city manager, I am ready to rise to the challenge to give you the parks and recreation opportunities that I know you deserve. I can say, without a doubt, the person I'm about to introduce may be the biggest cheerleader of them all in ensuring our residents' needs are met. And with that said, I want to thank you, and I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our very own Mayor, Marian McClellan.
We are delighted that you could be with us tonight to help us celebrate our many wins in the past year. We look around Oak Park at all the positive developments, and we are Oak Park proud. This is not just the work of our council, the city manager, or the staff. We could not do this without you, the support of the residents. In the past 10 years, everyone has noticed Oak Park rise. In the coming years, we will continue to rise together to make more of our dreams a reality. For their willingness to try new ideas that have been game changers for the city, like our first social district on 11 Mile and our new linear park on 9 Mile, we can thank our city council members, those sitting here and those who couldn't be here. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Julie Edgar, Council Members Carolyn Burns, Solomon Radner, and Sean Whitehead. Council Member Burns had a work obligation tonight, and Council Member Radner is attending the funeral of a dear friend, but they are here in spirit. Speaking of Council Member Whitehead, I want to give him a chance to come up here for a brief moment to share some special news.
Thank you so much. We have such a great city manager and mayor, and don't we, at this city, we really do. So I wanted to share some news, and I think they have it queued. My wife and I, Maggie, we just had 2 twins, so, Duke Edward Whitehead and Jordan Thomas Whitehead. They were born on 5/5/23 this past Friday at 5 a.m. So, so we got a little bit of a NICU stint ahead of us. It was a high-risk pregnancy, so we just were doing a lot of praying and being private with our family during that duration. But they came here about 2.5 months early. But God is good, and we're so blessed, and they're going to rise together just like the city of Oak Park is going to rise together. And our future is super bright. They're already off of their breathing tube. They're off of their IVs already, all within the span of 5 days. So my boys are growing strong. Oak Park is getting stronger and stronger. And I just wanted to share that news and just let everybody know that when we ask to support our future, you know, these two boys are all our families. We want to make sure we have the best amenities, the best quality rec centers and parks and everything like that for the future, because we really believe this Elevate Oak Park plan is a generational plan. It's a 50-year plan. And so as far as the impact that it's going to have in the city, and I think that's going to be outlined over the upcoming months as it has been for the past year. So many, and as I close, so many people have been so sweet as they've heard the news about my wife and I's new twin boys, and they've been asking how they could support and help out. And we greatly appreciate that. At this time, we're just asking everybody to support other babies who are like ours. Beaumont Hospital, they have a walk on June 10th for NICU babies, premature babies. And we want to make sure that many babies that are born early, they get all the technology and advancement that they need. So I'm recruiting a team. I already have the city manager on board. I have Madam Mayor on board. I've got State Rep Weiss on board. And my family will be out there on June 10th, that Saturday at 8 a.m. at the Detroit Zoo to do the walk. And hopefully our boys will be out there. But we're asking people to support us in that way, so that way we can give back to other babies that are born premature. So with that, I'm very happy with where the city is at, and I'm going to turn it back over to Madam Mayor. And if I don't say hi because I slide out, it's because I'm trying to get back to the hospital. So please excuse me. Thanks.
Congratulations, Sean, and what a lucky family. They're going to need your prayers and support. Those two boys picked the right parents. I want to thank our volunteer board and commission members for their commitment to supporting and improving our community. We see your work and thank you for your dedication. Let's give them a hand. We're honored to see many elected officials here tonight too. Please stand up when I call your name and remain standing, and we will hold the applause for the end. So we have mother of two twin boys, State Rep Regina Weiss. Please stand. Jason Hoskins, State Representative. Natalie Price, State Representative. Zandra Clark, Trustee of the Oak Park Schools. Judge Michelle Friedman-Apple, Judge Jamie Horowitz, Rachel Gamillion, owner of TRV Fit Berkeley, Joshua Kaplan, City Prosecutor, Cheryl Theriot for SEMCOG, Crystal Proxmire, our Oakland County Times reporter, and Dawn Corporan, Trustee of the Oak Park Schools. Let's give them a big thank you. Tonight, I want to acknowledge the person responsible for all these positive changes. Erik Tungate, our dynamic city manager. He firmly believes in proactive, relentless leadership. His vision and administrative ability led to our impressive growth and put this city back on the map. In 2012, Erik looked around when he got here, saw a stagnant city, but he saw a blank slate with great potential and predicted that we would be a model city in the region. And look at us now. We are a vibrant, cutting-edge community. My husband Keith used to say, if you don't like solving problems, get out of management. Our management continues to nimbly respond to every new challenge that comes our way. And Erik had plenty of challenges to effectively respond to. We can also attribute our turnaround to our employees, who are all doing extra because we are short-staffed. I want to give a big shout out to our amazingly dedicated, innovative directors and staff who are doing all the hard behind-the-scenes work needed to make the positive changes that you see a reality. I truly believe part of why we are a vibrant, cutting-edge community is because we come from a basis of gratitude. I want every resident, staff member, business owner to feel welcome, respected, and wanted. It makes us more than a city, it makes us a community. These feelings of gratitude start with me, with the city council, with the city manager, radiate out to our employees, our residents, and our businesses and beyond. Since 2011, when I started, I have seen our city government change from an organization where morale was very low. I was told by one officer he wasn't sure we were going to be a city when his pension came due. Now we have one with a culture of overachievement because our employees feel appreciated. There's something to be said about that. We are a team, and we are all rowing in the same direction. We show appreciation to others through our actions and our hearts. We welcome change in Oak Park and innovation, not just as it comes along, but as part of our actual process. This has been highlighted through our approach to fiscal responsibility over the last decade. In 2011, we were on the list for state financial manager takeover. Well, not now. This city council has presided over a growth mindset that allowed Oak Park to strategically innovate and financially thrive. The changes that we made to do this: accountability, strategy, collaboration. City Council now receives quarterly financial reports which help us guide our policy decisions. We receive quarterly strategic reports that allow us to implement our vision and mission for Oak Park. I've seen a lot of these booklets just sit on the bookcase. Have you seen that? Just what we're going to do booklets? Ours we take out and see how we're doing. And we are doing great. We're always ahead of our goals. We are always looking to partner with other communities, our businesses, our wonderful school districts, and you, our residents, to ensure success. As a former teacher, I will say that we work and play well with others. Yeah. All right. We are strong, relentless, diverse, big-hearted, business-friendly, and forward-thinking. Back when I started, people had written Oak Park off. Do you remember? In 2011, there was a big Free Press article about the new businesses coming to Ferndale, coming to Berkeley, and to Royal Oak. But Oak Park wasn't even mentioned. And look at us now. We are the Cinderella story of Oakland County. In Oak Park, we pride ourselves on our collaborative nature. We embrace creativity, and our success is based on community collaboration within the city limits and partnerships we have forged with other communities, our wonderful schools, organizations, and leaders. So thanks to all our neighbors and partners for being here tonight. Also, it is Educator Recognition Week. Please say something kind to a teacher this week and every week. I have done that, and that is a hard, important job. A cheer for our teachers. Woo! Our path to excellence had its initial bricks laid years ago, and over the last 7 years, we've made that path accessible to more people and resilient. As a community, we have faced challenges from economic downturns to the COVID pandemic. We banded together to get through it, and because of that, we're thriving. And others are looking to us for creative development ideas. When I was coming out of this room with the wonderful exercise class, Seniors in Motion, an Oak Park resident, Karen Malerba, came up to me and said, you know, I lived in Oak Park, Royal Oak, for 10 years, and when I moved to Oak Park, I was amazed. I said, why? She said, of how much we care about our residents and how much there is for people to do. Bravo. One such reason we continue to elevate is because we are a diverse community. We're the 8th most diverse community in Michigan. We embrace our diversity as a strength. Oak Parkers include multiple races, religions, genders, age groups, and socioeconomic statuses. We see all the faces that make us Oak Park, and I want you to know we're always looking for ways to support and embrace every one of you. Our Arts and Cultural Diversity Commission meets regularly to create programming that highlights who we are as Oak Parkers. The Oak Park Juneteenth celebration is going on its 3rd year of programming, started by our council member, Sean Whitehead. And I hear that this June 18th, Oak Park Jubilee is going to be bigger and better than the last one, so you all come. April 29th, we brought back our World Dance Day right here in this room, and it was wonderful. The variety of cultural dances, from hip hop to ballroom dancing, from Hindu to Bulgarian dancing, and more. This event brings so much joy and culture to the city of Oak Park. We provide infrastructure amenities to support various mobility options. Right now, as City Manager Tungate mentioned, we are improving 9 Mile Road, protecting our bike lanes on 9 Mile Road. We're putting both lanes on the park side and putting safety dividers up because we heard you say it didn't look safe. We listen to you and we respond. So we have Mogo bikes, we have e-scooters, we support public transportation and work with nearby cities in the greater Oak Park communities to create safer streets. Our programs range from encouraging even our littlest Oak Parkers to read. I took my grandson into the library. There's a phenomenal program there that reads along with you. Either they read to you or you can read and touch a word and they'll tell you the word you want. It would make, I wish I had it when I was teaching reading back in the day. We have new programs to allow teenagers to play sports. We have classes and trips geared to our seniors. We have it all in Oak Park. Well, almost all. When I look around this building, I see meeting rooms, but I don't see basketball courts or exercise equipment or an indoor pool or an indoor track like I see in other cities. I will say that a new community center and a new event hub would allow us to grow our programming even more. The city can provide opportunities to our residents with the approval of 2 recreational proposals going on the November ballot. And while we're looking to provide you with more, there are others in Oak Park who live by the Giving Even More motto. A few months ago, we honored our 100 Board and Commission members who are all volunteers for their dedication in helping Oak Park grow. Many of you are in the audience tonight. If you're a board or a trustee member, please stand, and we want to thank you for what you do. Bravo. It wouldn't be the same without you. You are truly the heartbeat of our community and always find ways to give even more to our city. Others that we can recognize for giving more are our grand marshals for this year's 4th of July parade. You all are invited. All your friends, all your neighbors, all your relatives, everybody's invited. Who are the Grand Marshals? The resident Grand Marshal is a whole Girl Scout troop, and its leader, Girl Scout Troop 77555. Marian Warren, please stand. She is our bubbly leader who started this Girl Scout troop. You just want your girls with her. They volunteer for all our community events. They work with the rec department, with Humana and SMART to provide lunches for the homeless. This group of leaders and young scouts helps the community in many ways and instills the value of caring and making a difference. My dad always said, make a difference in this world because you walk through it. And they are doing that. So our local troop has earned this honor in our parade because they exemplify what volunteerism is all about, and they do it at a very young age. Our business Grand Marshal this year is Dog and Pony Show Brewing. If you stop for a minute, I asked, how did they get that name? And it was 3 sons, and when Dad came home on Friday night, they went camping, and he would say, let's get this Dog and Pony Show on the road. So Dog and Pony Show sponsor many city events. They always have a good word to say about Oak Park when they're interviewed by the media. They host community events like yoga, folk singing, pet adoptions, and themed events, and they put a positive, fun face on the city of Oak Park. So the owners have demonstrated a love for the city and its residents, and we're happy to make them recipients of this honor. They are one of our new businesses who have come to Oak Park recently because guess what? We are a business-friendly community. We would have made that article in the Free Press. This quality of ours has allowed us to turn a once downtrodden 11-mile road into the now vibrant Water Tower Social District that is attracting people from all over the region. There are other businesses on the 11-mile strip that are brand new. Unexpected Craft Brewing Company, Oak Park Social, the Oak Parker gonna open pretty soon, Berkeley Coffee, TRV Fit, and coming soon, Mexican restaurant Salute 11, and the new train station Sports where you can take your boys to practice their throwing skills and batting skills. You think that's a lot? We're not done. Coruscant Business Ventures is coming to 11 Mile Road also. They will be able to do business in Oak Park with the help of a brownfield redevelopment grant. It'll be our 3rd one in the city. The project is based around a grant to remediate the site to prepare it for development. We have also brownfield redevelopment projects for Eaton Steel to remediate 3 sites and facilitate the company's expansion. The Armory Brownfield Plan, which allowed development on that site to remediate the site and prepare for the new businesses that are there. FedEx, Forgotten Harvest, the huge Opus development rented by Tire Wholesale, Foot Locker, Savvy Sliders. We have a Jack's Car Wash opening on Greenfield and a Henry Ford Optimize opening in the Parkwoods Plaza. And our 9-mile corridor is growing too. Coming soon is Hanson's Hall, a neighborhood spot that will offer food and libations. And Pie Sci, which is a fun pizza joint that originally started on Trumbull in Detroit. You might have noticed that the 9-apartment complex is almost done. And that is a lot of new business in the city of Oak Park. And you know, so much of this activity wouldn't have been possible without our creative economic development team and the supportive Oak Park community. Our residents, so that's what's coming new in Oak Park. Are you impressed? Our residents have helped us rise many times before. In 2013, the residents of Oak Park came together for the sake of economic development to bolster the city's financial stability and passed a proposal to allow restaurants to serve mixed drinks, like you have in most cities. We went from being the largest dry city in Michigan to now only having 11 liquor licenses left to offer. Talk about a turnaround. The decision to even offer liquor licenses was a collective community decision that we made after town hall meetings and a lot of talking. Just look at the good it's brought us. Businesses want to be here. Families want to be here. Our tax capture has increased because our new businesses, and because of this, the city can provide our residents with a better quality of life. Jim Budziak, who rehabs shabby foreclosed houses in Oak Park and invests $50,000 in them and turns them into the best house on the block, recently said, "There is a great resurgence in the city of Oak Park. You brought in FedEx and Planet Fitness. You took a chance and okayed liquor licenses. You added parks, and now we see awesome businesses, increased commercial traffic, home values steadily rising. Great stuff is happening in Oak Park." We are putting him on our PR team. And I asked a new young resident walking his dog why he picked Oak Park, and he said it's a great location and it's got a cool vibe. We brought a cool vibe to Oak Park. We came together again in Oak Park in 2012 and again in 2019 to support our police officers through approving Public Act 345. You saw the need and the benefit of this excellent public safety team. You wanted to support our officers, and you once again rose to the occasion. We rose together again with the evolution of the Armory site. A few years ago, the former Armory site was 100% vacant and dilapidated. Now, it is 100% developed and brings in over $800,000 in additional tax revenue, which helps us fix our roads, distribute clean water, and gives you the services you expect and deserve. It is the people of Oak Park who are willing to dig deep and make this community a better place. We recognize the value of vibrant communities and are willing to invest in our future. Implementing our Elevate Oak Park plan will take us to new heights by improving our parks and offering new spaces and programs. We are going to once again rise together. The health and wellness benefits of parks and recreation opportunities are stunning. Just access to the use of parks and recreation opportunities are proven to increase mental health and physical health, increase social interaction and connection in a time where a lot is driving us apart, create safe and inclusive spaces, and help solidify our identity. The parks and recreation opportunities we all dreamed up together during the Elevate Oak Park engagement process will make us a regional draw. People are talking about the linear park. Can you imagine when we have an elevated walking bridge in Best Park and have a connected trail system that you can take your kids on a bike trip throughout the whole city? We build an event hub that hosts multicultural events and a community center that promotes year-round health and wellness activities. Not only will the value of your home increase, but so will economic opportunities. Businesses want to locate in a place that is vibrant, welcoming, and has a strong identity. By elevating Oak Park, more businesses will want to come here. That in turn will bring more tax revenue, allowing us to allocate additional funds to roads, programs, and parks. Our city's per capita spending on parks is very low. It ranks 10th out of 11 of our neighboring communities. We spend $38 per capita. The top city spends $360 per capita, 10 times as much. So they say you get what you pay for. I know we have jewels like David Shepherd Park, which I again will say will always be a home to our beloved train, and events and programs that are always a hit, but we can do more. We can once again rise together. If we can pass the 2 millages, we still won't be the highest spending per capita on parks in the area, but we would have a new community center, like other cities have, to have concerts in the park, an event pub, our farmers markets would be able to provide improvements to parks across the community that need a little TLC. Oak Park, we continue to grow together and to support the community we love. I am so honored to serve as your mayor. This is, by the way, the best job. Everybody works hard and I take the bows. We look forward to seeing what's in store for us next year, and now I am so honored to present tonight's closing act, the Little Lessenger Rebels, as they perform their school song, This Little Light of Mine. Go Rebels!
Good evening, everyone. Our Lessenger Rebels are on the way in. I am Brandy North, the Director of Early Childhood Education at Oak Park Schools. I'm so happy to be here. Our Lessenger Rebels are elated to be here. Rebel stands for resilient, empowered, brilliant, ethical, loving, and self-assured. And all of our babies show those character traits and practice them on a daily basis. So let's welcome the Lessenger Rebels.
I'm
Lessenger Rebels. And now that is the conclusion of our 2023 State of the City Address. So again, thank you City Manager Erik Tungate, thank you City Council, and I hope everyone has a great evening.